on a cold and chilly Tuesday afternoon, or should I say, actually, yeah, I am right, Tuesday afternoon here at West Perry High School. We kick off the month of May, 2 more weeks in the spring sports regular season as the West Perry softball Lady Mustangs take on the Boiling Springs Bubblers here in the huge Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup for both teams. Hello everyone watching on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. Here for a makeup game here today. This game was originally scheduled for yesterday, but due to heavy rain, this game got postponed to today. And we are set to go. The weather here for today's game, 52 degrees outside. Very cloudy. Scattered showers around the area. According to our friends over at ABC 27 Weather Center, Mr. Eric Figgenbinder, saying that the rain could be on and off here for today's game. So we'll keep a close eye on that as we get set for Mid-Penn Colonial Division softball here at West Perry High School. The Mustangs come into this game with an overall record of 5 wins and 9 losses, 3-7 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Boiling Springs, a tough season for them as well. 3 wins, 11 losses overall, 1-9 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. West Perry is coming off a huge win last Thursday on the road at James Buchanan. And the Mustangs got the season sweep over the Rockets after being James Buchanan 14-1 this past Thursday in just 5 innings. The Boiling Springs Bubblers are coming off a big heavy loss on the road this past Thursday as well against the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils. Final score of that one was 9-2 in favor of the Lady Blue Devils. Second time these two teams have met this season here today. The Boiling Springs Bubblers last time up had a tough loss on their home field back on April 5th. The Mustangs were victorious by a score of 6-4 back on April 5th at Boiling Springs. Boiling Springs 1-9 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Their only win in that division was a 13-6 victory at home against James Buchanan. Their 2 other wins, they started off the year with a dominant road victory at Camp Hill by a score of 21-0. Then they lost 5 straight in a row, and they got a win against James Buchanan, 13-6 at home. And then their last win was about 3 games ago, against Bishop McDevitt. Final score of that one was 17-7. The Mustangs, ever since moving to the Mid-Penn Colonial Division, they have won 3 of 5 games against the Boiling Springs Bubblers. Many of them were very close. Like 4 out of those 5 games were close games, and so we could be in for another good one here today. This game was originally scheduled for yesterday. It was supposed to be senior night for the West Perry Mustangs. But West Perry has agreed, especially with West Perry families. Some of them could not be here today due to postponement. They have decided to have senior night for tomorrow's game against Waynesboro. And for both these teams, this is their first of back-to-back games in 2 days. Both teams will return home tomorrow as West Perry will have Waynesboro in town, and Boiling Springs will be at home tomorrow against Shippensburg. And while the cabinets meeting are taking place right now, here is the starting lineup for the Boiling Springs Bubblers. Head coach is Eric Dershin. And here is the Bubblers starting lineup. Leading off for Boiling Springs will be the right fielder, number 12, Isabel Allen. Batting second will be the Boiling Springs pitcher, number 4, Delaney Lawyer. Batting third will be the catcher, number 8, Emma Decker. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, number 2, Maya Fields. Batting fifth will be the second baseman, number 1, Rachel Allen. Batting sixth will be the center fielder, number 13, Gabrielle Fonstein. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, number 15, Mackenzie Ward. Batting eighth will be the designated player for the Bubblers, number 28, Joey Naleski. Batting ninth will be the shortstop, number 3, Emma Crowther. Joanne Naleski is a designated player, and she is hitting for the third baseman, number 33, Maya Gilliam. The West Point Mustangs coming out to take the field. Lauren Foster is going to be the pitcher for today's game for the Mustangs. Not a great season for West Prairie softball, but they are still in the hunt for a playoff spot. The top 10 teams qualify for the District 3 playoffs in Class 4A, and West Prairie, as of right now, is currently ranked number 14. And good news for West Prairie is that they have 5 games left, and 4 of them are at home. That also includes today's game. They'll be back at home tomorrow against Waynesboro. Then next week, in the final week of the regular season, they have 2 more games. Monday will be against Juniata, and then next Wednesday will be against Greencastle Intram in the season finale. West Bay softball only has 1 more road game this season. That will be next Tuesday, when they go down to Dillsburg to take on the Northern York Polar Bears. So here we go. We're about to get underway here. Lauren Foster, as we mentioned, is the starting pitcher. Defensive alignment for the West Prairie Mustangs. Lauren Foster being the pitcher. Molly Nelson is the catcher. First baseman is Alexa Frederick. Second baseman is Jada Swarner. Third baseman is here it is, Carly Cleland. Shortstop is Taylor Lufer. Left field is Ashton Krauser. Emily McCurry taking over center field, and Shay Dyer out here in front of us in right field. Very windy here. That's usually nothing new here at West Prairie, but today is incredibly windy. Hang on to our camera for dear life. And the first pitch of the game is going to go out here to right field. As Shane Dyer was too close in, and that is going to be a leadoff double for Isabel Allen. First pitch, and it's good for 2 bases. So early trouble here for the Mustangs. And here comes Danny Lawyer. Lawyer, the pitcher for Boiling Springs, and she pops up the first pitch, going to be caught by Taylor Lufer, and that will be the first out. 2 pitches, a double, then an out. Up next here is Emma Decker. Seems like this could be one of those games that you got 2 batters up with the first pitch swinging. This time, this has got to be the first ball of the game, and it's ball 1. First taken pitch, I should say. It really is hard to believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we only have 2 more weeks left in the spring sports regular season. And one thing that's going to complicate things here today, ladies and gentlemen, over at the junior varsity baseball field, we got West Prairie Junior Varsity Baseball in action on their field. Normally when there's a softball game going on, then the junior varsity teams for baseball normally plays down the varsity field on the other side of the school campus. But the varsity field being a little too wet, and so you got 2 games going on at the same time right next to each other. So that could complicate things here a little bit. 2 balls and a strike here to Emma Decker. The good news is here for West Bay softball fans, especially for Shay Dyer, there's no soccer game going on behind us. We have some complications for junior high soccer having games behind us here when there's a softball game going on, and they will kick the ball over to the field. This ball is hit well, and it is gone. Emma Decker gives the Bubblers an early lead here with a 2-run shot. So a double, a pop out, and now a home run gives the Bubblers a 2-0 lead here. And up next here is Maya Fields looking at strike one. Our umpires for today's game, calling balls and strikes behind the plate is Rod Bartlett, and calling off the bases is Mark Kimmel. And swing and a miss there from Fields, makes it 0-2. Gonna be hearing a lot of reference because I have a raincoat on and it makes the microphone a little scruffy here. I do apologize for that on the fans. And there's a waste pitch way up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Maya Fields, the Boiling Springs first baseman. Boiling Springs is also in the 4A power rankings in District 3. And right now they're currently down in 16th place out of 19 teams. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Fields. And, a butt pitch in the dirt, and Fields had to jump over it. Makes it the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lauren Foster, by the way, is still looking for her first win as the starting pitcher for West Prairie this season, the young sophomore star. And here is a ground ball. That's got to get foul. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Boiling Springs first baseman. Here goes the 3-2 again, and this is popped up, and that will get foul. Something that gotta keep an eye on for all 4 teams here, 2 softball teams and 2 junior varsity baseball teams. Gotta be wary, gotta be aware of balls coming from the other game. 3-2 here again, and that's a dirt for ball 4. All of this with 1 out, ladies and gentlemen. A leadoff double on the first pitch, and then a first pitch pop out to shortstop. Then a 2-run homer from Emma Decker, and now a walk. And this is down low for ball 1 to Rachel Allen. Rachel Allen, the second baseman for Boiling Springs, looking at 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and a breaking ball, and it's in there for a call strike 1. West Prairie varsity baseball in action later at 4:30 at Boiling Springs, and there's a ground ball that would get foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rachel Allen. There's the 1-2, and this is a ground ball. Alexa Ferry's got to have a play on it. Over to Jada Swarner covering first base, and that is out number 2. Nice play there for Alexa Frederick to find Jada Swarner covering first base. Maya Fields goes over to second on the play. And up next here is Gabrielle Fonstein. Fonstein looking at ball 1. This is Gabrielle Fanstein. My mistake there. Sorry to the Fanstein family. Here's the next pitch, and that's up high for ball 2. Gabrielle Fanstein, running number 13, the center fielder for Boiling Springs, has the chance with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position to increase the Bubblers' lead. And this ball gets away from the catcher, Molly Nelson. And, it actually ends up hitting Fanstein. So, 2-0. Gabrielle Fanstein hit by a pitch. And that will keep keep the inning going. Might feel thought about going for third, but realized that Fanstein was hit by that pitch. So up next here is Mackenzie Ward. Mackenzie Ward with runners at first and second with 2 outs here and 2 already scored on a home run. And there is ball 1. Early big inning here. Bubblers are looking for more. Here's the 1-0 from Foster, and a line drive. That goes up to center field for a base hit. McCurry with a big throw to the plate, and no! It looked like a perfect throw from Emily McCurry, but it was offline for Molly Nelson, and so it's going to be an RBI single for Mackenzie Ward. Man, I thought that was going to be a big play at the plate. But the throw was offline. Gabrielle Fanstein going over to second. So 3-0 here. And it's ball 1 here to Joey Naleski. Joey Naleski, the designated player for Boiling Springs. 1-0 and swung on. Ooh, hit the umpire right there. Swing and a miss. And that'll be strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Caught the bases umpire there for a little bit. Rod Bartlett calling balls and strikes behind the plate. He's alright though. He's got a mask on. And it's a little breaking ball in there for call strike 2. 1-2 to the Bubblers designated player. And as we expected, the rain started to come down now. And there's a swing at the high fastball. That's a strikeout, and that will end the inning. 3 runs coming across the score, and 2 of them on a 2-run home run from Emmett Decker. We're going to the bottom of the first. The Mustangs coming up to bat for the first time today, down 3-0. Bottom of the first inning, and the Mustangs are down 3-0. The Boiling Springs Bubblers in the top of the first. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, leaving 2 runners on base. And here we go. The West Platte Mustangs down by 3. Not very comfortable lead by any means for the Boiling Springs Bubblers. And Emily McCurdy, a senior, looking at strike 1. Emily McCurdy, the best hitter on the team. The senior having a big senior year. Just a passing shower went by pretty quick too. And here's the swing, and that'll go out to center field, and last second reach there for Boiling Springs Gabrielle Fanstein. And that is how the Mustangs offense will get started here in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Big dark sky. Big dark cloud right above us here. See some rain out in the distance. And up next here is Lauren Foster, the pitcher. Here is the starting lineup for West Perry. We just saw Emily McCurdy, the center fielder, fly out to another center fielder. Lauren Foster batting here. Taylor Lufer, the shortstop, is batting third. Alexa Frederick batting fourth. Addie Weist is the designated player for the Mustangs, batting fifth. And batting sixth will be Ashlyn Krauser, the left fielder. Batting seventh will be the catcher, Molly Nelson. Batting eighth will be the third baseman, Carly Cleland. And batting ninth will be the second baseman, Jada Swarner. There's a call strike. Gonna make it 2 balls and 1 strike here. And next pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike here to Lauren Foster. We're sure that she'll want that inning back in the first inning. And bases are empty here with only one out. Here comes the 3-1 and line drive and taken by Delaney Lawyer. Lawyer, the pitcher for Boiling Springs, line drive and easy peasy for Lawyer. There's 2 outs now. So up next here is Taylor Lufer, the West Prairie shortstop. Had the first out of the game in the first inning. And here she swings at the first pitch, and that will just get foul. Went out of reach of the third baseman, Maya Gilliam. And so far, a very good start here for the Bubblers. 3 runs in the first, and here he got 2 outs on defense already. The first 2 in the lineup. There's ball 1. According to our friends over at ABC Tri-Sound Weather Center, including our good buddy Eric Fickenbinder, they're saying that the rain here will be on and off all day. And same thing goes for tomorrow too, unfortunately. But then after that, we'll start to get spring back on. It's got to be a very dry weekend coming up. It should be exciting. Temperatures in the mid-60s. Here's a bullet and stopped by Gilliam and not going to have a play on it. That ball was smoked. Not taken well by Gilliam, so we're going to rule that an infield single for Taylor Lufer. And here comes Alexa Frederick. Big time power off the plate. Only has 1 home run so far this season. That was back in the Perry County Championship Tournament. And she swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. I don't know, the weather might have an impact here on today's game. We're seeing a lot of first pitch swinging from both teams here today. And here's a swing, and that will get fouled off as well for strike 2. Alexa Frederick, the senior, one of 3 seniors on the West Prairie team, including Emily McCurley and Carly Cleland, the 3 seniors for West Prairie this year. They'll have their senior night tomorrow now against Waynesboro. And here's Alexa Frederick popping this one up, and it's got to be caught by Emma Decker, the catcher, behind the plate, and that will end the inning. 1 hit for Taylor Lufer, but nothing doing after that. We are going to the second inning. Still 3-0 for the Boiling Springs Bubblers. You are watching West Prairie Softball against Boiling Springs exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. We'll be right back for the second inning here at West Prairie High School. Second inning here, and the Boiling Springs Bubblers have 9 1-2 hitters after 8 Bubblers came up to bat in the first inning. So bottom then top of the lineup for the Boiling Springs Bubblers. Here's Emma Crowther, the shortstop, and she swings at the first pitch and misses for strike one. West Prairie Mustangs, not quick top out of first on defense, but very quick getting on offense in the first inning. Despite getting a base hit for Taylor Looper with 2 outs, Alexa Farrick popped it out to the catcher, and Crawford swings to that one down low, below the strike zone. No balls and 2 strikes. Not a big fan attendance here today for both teams. The weather might have been an issue for that, and also with this game being postponed from yesterday. People already have plans. Normally I'm at work right now, but I'm here, so you're welcome. Still no balls and 2 strikes there for Crowther after that foul ball. And there is ball 1. Good waist pitch there from the forecast. Hey, we can even look straight from here. There's some heavy downpours ahead of us, but as long as it stay out there, we don't care where the rain is. We did have a little bit of shower in between innings here, but it went by pretty quick. And goes over Ashlyn Krauser out there in left field. This is going to be extra bases. And for the second consecutive inning, the Boiling Springs Bubblers are going to start this inning with a leadoff double. Isabel Allen had a leadoff double on the first pitch she saw. And here's Emma Crawford with a leadoff double in the second. And here comes Isabel Allen. Looked at one pitch and she was all over it with a leadoff. Here comes the 1-0, and just misses, or no, that's in there for a call strike 1. Isabel Allen. And again, the bunt down here, Lauren Foster looking to go first, and not in time. Smart decision. Wait, was she out? Oh, apparently she was. It didn't see the signal for the umpire, so it's officially a sacrifice bunt, but it could have very well been a base hit for Isabel Allen, but instead it's a sacrifice bunt. And so Emma Crawford will go to third. And here's the lady lawyer. She popped out to Taylor Loop for her first time up on one pitch. There she looks at ball 1. Man, good hustle there for Lauren Foster to get the out there at first. It was very close, too. And again by Taylor Looper right now. Starting to feel a couple raindrops here again. Yeah, but just got to, as long as we don't get any heavy downpours like we did when I got here around 2:30 this afternoon, and it was pouring here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what. So here's Emma Decker. Looking at ball 1. Decker got the scoring started with a 2-run home run. Can she do it again here in the second inning? 2 outs here, runner on third. Bang. Ball 2. No appeal down to the bases umpire, Mark Kimmel-Weaver. So 2-0. And there's ball 3. Lauren Foster definitely keeping a closer eye on Emma Decker after she, no pun intended, decked that ball in the first inning for a 2-run shot. Here comes 3-0 from Lauren Foster. And she swings that one and fouls it off. Okay, I guess that was a pun intended. Emma Decker decked that ball for a 2-run shot. And there's a swing and a miss. That's going to make the count 4. 3 balls and 2 strikes. You got a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. And a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Looking for a better inning. Here's the full count pitch. Swing, and that goes off of Cody Cleveland. Umpire gets it away over Taylor Looper. But really well now, that's going to be an RBI single for Emma Decker, making her 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Ball was hit hard, ladies and gentlemen. Went off of Carly Cleveland's glove. Nothing that Carly could have done about that one. So 4-0 now. And here's first pitch swing from Maya Fields, and that will get foul. Maya Fields walked in her first plate appearance, so no official at bat for her just yet. And high fastball. Misses 1 ball, 1 pitch is going to get out of play as well. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Mustangs they tried, I should say, to get out of this inning with no more runs scored. But Emma Decker on the full count got the RBI single to make it 4-0. And oh my goodness, did that? Yes, it did. And Maya Fields is down. That's got to be a hit by pitch. Maya Fields is going to go over to first if she can. Emma Decker goes over to second. Yeah, we noticed right away that Maya Fields was hanging on to her knee. So that's definitely where the ball hit her. And with 2 strikes, that clearly wasn't intentional. Probably trying to get a slider that didn't really slide back into the strike zone. Maya Fields starting to walk it off. And Bowling Springs head coach Eric Dershin keeping a close eye on the first baseman, Maya Fields. The question is now, can she go over to first and stay in this game? Yeah, it looks like she is going to. Yeah, that definitely can't feel good, but it can't hurt that bad if he can stay in the game. So good job, good for her, Maya Fields here. To try to run this out. And oh, there was just a nice play over at the junior varsity baseball field. Bowling Springs batter was off to race for a triple, but then tagged out from the left fielder. Yeah, definitely a real treat here. Kind of like a doubleheader, if you will. You got varsity softball here. You got junior varsity baseball going on the other field right next to it. 1 ball and no strikes here to Rachel Allen. She grounded out her first time up, and here she does it again. Alexa Frederick drops it and then able to pick it back up. And that will end the inning. 6-3 put out. Good play by Tara Looper. Alexa Frederick dropped it, but then picked it right back up for the 3rd out. But the Bubblers with 1 more run makes it 4-0, an RBI single for Emma Decker. She's 2 for 2 with a home run and a single with 3 RBIs. And we're going to the bottom of the second. Now 4-0 for Bowling Springs. Back here for the bottom of the second. Good news for Bowling Springs fans. Maya Fields, who was just hit by a pitch not too long ago, is staying out of the game as the first baseman. So that's good news for Bowling Springs. And so here we go with the West Prairie Mustangs, 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Here's the designated player for West Prairie today, Addie Weist. Freshman star, good pitcher, not pitching here today, so she will be the designated player. And there is ball 1 to Addie Weist. Freshman for the Mustangs, with stardom written all over her. She has been doing very well for her freshman year. And there is strike 1. For Addie Weist, I mean, she's a really good pitcher, ladies and gentlemen. I think she has 3 or 4 wins for West Prairie as the pitcher. And she's a good hitter, but there's been some games where she has a big lead. A good example of that was Trinity, and this time she pops it out, caught by the third baseman. Addie Weist, that's the thing about being a young player on a high school varsity team, is that you live and learn. And so Addie Weist, not a great start to her in the freshman year, but she has built up well for the West Prairie Mustangs. She's got to be a good player for the next few years. So here's Ashlyn Clouser now, fouled off the first pitch, makes it 0-1. We noticed for both of these teams in this inning that a couple of players have started to wear some sweatshirts. Does that impact the game at all? Some people might ask. And I believe it does, because it keeps you warm, it keeps you fresh. If you're a quarterback in a football game, you want to keep your hands warm in any way you can to be able to throw the ball very well. But I think to wear a sweatshirt, it might slow you down just a little bit, as this ball is caught. A line drive bullet to Emma Crawford. Nice play to rob Ashlyn Clouser off a hit. And there are 2 away now. So yeah, I think wearing the sweatshirts does impact you a little bit. I think it does slow you down, especially if you're in the outfield. Like we saw West Prairie's Ashlyn Clouser and Shay Dyer wearing sweatshirts in the last half inning. And it looked like it did slow both of them down a little bit. But that also helps you with batting a little bit. If you wear a sweatshirt up there, you got more power with the sweatshirt on. And I've done that a few times. Here's good time power, and that will be a fair ball. It goes off the bottom half of the foul pole there, and it's going to be a double for Molly Nelson. Molly Nelson getting West Prairie's second hit on 2 outs. That was right on the line. If it stayed up, that would have been a home run. So Molly Nelson, the catcher, is going to have a pinch runner, and it's going to be Celine Hoffman over at second base now. And here comes Carly Cleveland. Back-to-back innings where West Prairie was out on the first 2 batters, and then the third batter gets a base hit. See if West Prairie can do anything here. Down by 4 with Carly Cleveland, the senior third baseman, looking at ball 1. Now I know what you all are thinking. Why would West Prairie have a senior night this week? Because West Prairie's been doing that for a few years now, and this ball is scooped and picked up, and no, that's got to be an error, and a run is going to come across the score because of it. It's got to be 4-1. Celine Hoffman was all over, running around third base. So Carly Cleveland's got to reach on an error there. And Celine Hoffman is going to score on the error. So 4-1 here, and here comes Cheetah Swarner. Mustangs get on the board on an error. And there is strike 1 to Cheetah Swarner. Ooh, that pitch looked to be a little bit high right there. So no shutouts here today. And we got J.S. Warren looking at ball one. West Perry this season did have a good offense, a couple of high-scoring games. They've only been shut out one time this season. That was in the Perry County Championship game against Susquehanna. Other than that, West Perry offense has done very well. Hardly any strikeouts. And there's ball two. And such a very young team, too, for the Mustangs this year. A lot of freshmen, and there's a call strike, too. West Perry this season had 11 freshmen try out for softball, and 5 of them are starters here. And there's a roller, and there goes Corey Cleanan, and she's safe at second on what's going to be ruled a wild pitch. That's also going to make the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Second inning here. The Mustangs scoring 1, and they look to do it again here. And next pitch is up high, ball 4. That will bring the top of the lineup back for the Mustangs. And Emily McCurdy is coming up. Emily McCurdy, she hit it hard. But hit right to the center fielder, Gabrielle Fanstein. And there's ball 1 to McCurdy. Big inning here. Top of the lineup for the Mustangs. Here comes the next pitch, and that is hit well, and that will get down and foul. That's strike 1, 1 ball and a strike to the senior center fielder, Emily McCurdy. Younger sister Lindsay McCurdy, who is a senior at Lebanon Valley College, and we heard she is doing fantastic down there, as well as the rest of the Lady Dutchmen for Lebanon Valley College in softball. One of the best teams in the country right now, in fact. In Division 3. There's ball 2. Last week, West Perry High School had a national signing day for some of their athletes, and Carly Cleland, she's the only one I know of who signed a national letter of intent to play in college. And Carly Cleland, who is currently at second base, has signed a letter of intent to play Lancaster Bible College. Lancaster Bible Division 3 program. And call strike. That'll make. Oh, I thought I was called strike 3 there for a second, but no, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Both runners are going to be off on this next pitch. 3-2 with 2 outs. Here's the full count pitch, and that's in the door for ball 4. The good news there for Bowling Springs is that Emily McCurdy is such a big speed front on the bases, but unfortunately for the Mustangs, McCurdy can't really take advantage unless everyone steals each base. So the bases are going to be loaded here with 2 outs. And now Eric Gershon is going to come out and talk with the Bubblers infielders. We only have 4 more broadcasts after today, ladies and gentlemen. It really is amazing how time flies by. Tomorrow we're here for softball senior night against Waynesboro. Then next week we'll have West Perry softball on Monday against Juniata. Then next Tuesday we'll have West Perry baseball senior night against North New York. And then next Wednesday we'll have likely the regular season finale for West Perry softball against Greencastle Antrim. So here's Lauren Foster. She lined out to the pitcher Delaney Lawyer her first time up, and there she looks at strike 1. That's what Lawyer really needed right there. Bases loaded here with 2 outs. And here's a swing, and that will get found. Nice play there for Corey Shope, but it's going to be no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 pitch coming out from Lawyer. And here it is, and grounder, and right to the shortstop, step by the second base. And that's good for Emma Crawford, and that will get out of the jam. 6U fielder's choice. And the Mustangs had an opportunity to score more, but they do get 1 in this inning. So after 2, the Bubblers lead it 4-1. You are watching West Prairie Softball against the Boiling Springs Bubblers, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be right back for inning number 3. Third inning here, as the rain's starting to come down for a little bit. Hopefully this doesn't mean it's going to be a heavy downpour if that's going to put a stop to this game. But we're here in the third inning. The Boiling Springs Bubblers up by 3 now, after the Mustangs scoring 1 run on an error. And the Mustangs could have done more as they had the bases loaded in the bottom of the second. And here we go, 6, 7, 8 hitters stood up for the Bubblers. Here's Gabrielle Fanstein. She was hit by a pitch her first time up. And here she swings at the first pitch and fouls it away for strike 1. Third inning here is time for trivia. We were supposed to have this trivia question for yesterday because it's senior night, but we might as well make it today. How many straight wins does West Prairie Softball have on senior night? How many straight wins does West Prairie Softball have on senior night? We'll have that answer for you coming up in the next inning. I'll give you a hint on this one. It has been a while since West Prairie Softball has lost on senior night. But now that will be tomorrow, so you get an early preview of the pregame for tomorrow's game. With this trivia question, how many straight wins does West Prairie Softball have on senior night? And here's the swing, taken by Lauren Foster, throw to Alexa Frederick at first, and it's a 1-3 ground out for the first out of the inning. That's the first time in this game that Boiling Springs has not had a leadoff hitter on. Isabel Allen had a leadoff double in the first inning, and Emma Crawford had a leadoff double in the second inning. And here's Mackenzie Ward. 1 for 1, she had a base hit. First time here, she swings at the first pitch out to right field, and Shay Dyer is going to have to play, and that will be the first out, or second out, excuse me. Good awareness there for Shay Dyer right here in front of us. The raindrops continue to come down. 2 outs here. Nobody on base for Joey Naleski. And there is ball 1. Naleski, the designated player for Boiling Springs, struck out swinging her first time out to end the first inning. And there is called strike 1. Ron Foster looking for a better inning. Gave up 3 runs in the first, 1 run in the second. Looking for 1-2-3 here, and there's ball 2. 2-1 to Naleski. And there's a swing and a miss from Naleski, makes it count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's the 2-2, and this is popped up and got to be taken by Taylor Looper, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3, go the Bubblers. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, still 4-1 for Bowling Springs. Bottom of the 3rd inning we go. Bowling Springs Bubblers went down 1-2-3 for the first time in the top half of inning number 3. And it's 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Mustangs as Taylor Looper had a base hit in the first inning with 2 outs. Here she lead us off with a line drive, and that will get foul for strike 1. Good contact there for Taylor Looper. Taylor Looper, a junior for the Mustangs, has been doing well so far for West Perry. Forgot to bring stats today, and that's a rare mistake on my part. Forgot to get stats, but we'll have them ready for you tomorrow, for sure. Here's a bullet from Taylor Looper out towards center field, and it's going to be caught by Fanstein. Good contact for Taylor Looper, but results in a fly out to center field for the first out. We had a very big 2nd inning for both teams, and so far this has been a very quick 3rd inning. And here comes Alexa Frederick. She popped out in foul territory to the catcher to end the 1st inning. And here she rips one, and that goes out to left field for a base hit. Alexa Frederick 1 for 2 now with a base hit. Good stuff for the Mustangs so far. 2 balls hit hard. 1 for a fly out to center field. The other 1 for a base hit. And here comes Addie Wiest. She popped out to 3rd base to open the 2nd inning. And she's got Alexa Frederick over at 1st base. And, that looked a little bit low, but the home plate umpire is saying strike 1. Have you ever thought of becoming a softball umpire? You ever thought of also becoming a baseball umpire or a track and field official? Now is your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. No balls, 2 strikes after that foul ball from Wiest. Here comes the 0-2, looking, ball 1. Good waist pitch there from the Lady Lawler. There's the swing. That'll get foul. Still 1-2. Got some heavy raindrops coming down right now. But it's not really a downpour, at least not yet. And that ball is tapped at the plate. Still 1-2 strikes. I saw the weather already for next Monday. It's supposed to be very nice. I don't know what it's supposed to be like the rest of the week, next week. And this ball is hit high in the air out towards the center field of Fanstein, and there's out number 2. So 2 outs here. Here comes Ashton Krauser. Hit it hard, but lined out to the shortstop Crowther, her first time up. 0 for 1 with Alexa Frederick over at first base. Here's the first pitch. That's in the dirt and gets away from the catcher. Gets away from the catcher, Emma Decker, and Alexa Frederick's got to go over to second on a wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to Krauser. And here's a chopper right to the shortstop. A big throw, and it's got to be in time. The Mustangs leave for another runner in scoring position. And for 3 innings, it is 4-1 for the Bowling Springs Bubblers. We'll be right back for inning number 4 here at West Prairie High School. New pitcher for the West Prairie Mustangs. That's Addie Weist. It's going to come on to pitch. And Lauren Foster now out in left field. So Addie Weist coming into the 4th inning. Young freshman star now pitching for the Mustangs. And she'll have 9-1-2 hitters to deal with first as Emma Crowther looks at strike 1. Crowther started the 2nd inning with a leadoff double. I think her 1 for 1. She came around to score in the 2nd inning. Now how to deal with the hard-throwing Addie Weist. And there is strike 2 after that swing and a miss. Addie Weist does have big-time power, and she's only going to get stronger throughout the next 3 years. Addie Weist, a freshman, one of the hardest throwers that we have seen in recent memory. And there's a low ball. Not a good waste pitch right there for Weist. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch to Crawford, and this is belted high in the air for Shea Dyer, and Shea Dyer's going to make the grab out of right field. There's the first out. So now back to the top of the lineup. Here's Isabel Allen. 1-for-1. She laid down a sacrifice bunt. Even though she was trying to bunt for a base hit, it still counts as a sacrifice. So she's 1-for-1 with a double and a sacrifice bunt. And there she swings out the first pitch for strike one. We'll have a final line score for Lauren Foster in the next half inning. I got her up all the stats for Lauren Foster, pitching for 3 innings. And there's ball one. And there's the swing. It was actually tipped at the plate. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Isabel Allen. 5 straight bubblers have been retired here. And the Mustangs are looking to make it 6 in a row here. And there's a ball out of play. Out where the junior varsity baseball game is being played. Very weird treat right there. We have a varsity softball game and a junior varsity baseball game going on in 2 fields right next to each other. And this is a ground ball. Carly Craven scoops it up in foul territory. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the leadoff hitter Isabel Allen, the right fielder for Boiling Springs. There's a swing, and that will get out of play, or actually that will stay in play, but in foul territory. Good at bat here for Isabel Allen against a tough pitcher in Addie Weist. There's a chopper, gets past Weist, and Taylor Lupfer looking to make the play, and out! Nice play there for Taylor Lupfer, and that's the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 out, and that's now 6 straight retired for Boiling Springs. Here comes the lady lawyer. 0 for 2. She popped out to Taylor Lupfer twice. So Taylor Lupfer looking for this ball right here again. And there's, was that a strike? Yes, it was. So strike one there to the lawyer. Lawyer, the Boiling Springs pitcher, gave the Bubblers a big lead through 2 innings. And now the Mustangs are trying to get back into it. And there's ball one. Here's the next pitch, and this is a chopper, and fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Mustangs looking to make it 7 straight retired here. On this next pitch, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the pitcher Lawyer. And this ball is belted high for Lauren Foster, and she'll make the grab, and that will end the inning. 7 in a row. 7 straight retire for Boiling Springs. And we're going to the bottom of the 4th. Still 4-1 for the Bubblers. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 4th inning. We had a very long first 2 innings of this game, but now the next couple of innings have gone by pretty quick. We're here in the 4th inning, bottom of the 4th, for the West Prairie Mustangs. The defense has stepped up in a big way, and now it is 7-8-9 here, stood up for the Mustangs as Molly Nelson will lead us off here at the bottom of the 4th, and there's ball 1 in the dirt. West Prairie baseball, varsity baseball, started about a half hour ago and didn't realize how fast time has been flying here. And a check swing, and unfortunately for Molly Nelson, that tipped her bat, so 1 ball, 1 strike. That's one thing that we have seen a lot of this past season for West Prairie softball and baseball, when you check the swing, but the ball hits your bat anyway, so it's tough when that happens. And there's ball 2. Ready to show up in ball 3, but hey, check the bat, and the ball hits the bat anyway. It goes foul. We haven't seen a check swing where the ball stayed in play in fair territory. So that's one good thing that never happens. 3-1 now to the West Prairie catcher, Molly Nelson. Here goes the 3-1, and a bullet out to left field. This got to be extra base. It's got to go all the way to the fence. And Molly Nelson is going to have a leadoff double. Her second hit of the game, now 2 for 2 with a single and a double. That's a good way for the Mustangs. Celine Hoffman is going to be pitch running again at second base. And here comes Carly Cleland. She reached on an error her first time up. So 0 for 1 for Carly Cleland. And pulls it back. Look, showing bunt there, and there's ball 1. West Prairie versus Boiling Springs. It's always been a very fun rivalry whenever these two schools meet in literally any sport. And this ball is hit high in the air, and this has got to be caught by the shortstop, Emma Crowther, and there is the first out. Celine Hoffman staying put at second. And here comes Jada Swarner. She walked her first time up to the plate. And first pitch from Swarner is fouled off, strike 1. Jada Swarner, second baseman for West Prairie, walked her first time up on a full count. A base hit can make this a 2-run ball game. And a bunt, it gets down, but it gets down in foul territory, so no balls and 2 strikes now. The Mustangs, ladies and gentlemen, they still have a chance on making the playoffs. They just need to gather a couple wins, or actually they might just have to win out in the next 2 weeks. And there's a swing in the dirt. Jada Swarner down on strikes for out number 2. Rest of the schedule for West Prairie softball for the rest of the year. Tomorrow they'll be at home against Waynesboro. Then next Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday they have games next week. On Monday they'll be at home against Juliana in a non-conference matchup. And next Tuesday, 1 week from today, they'll be at Northern York for their final road game of the year. And then next Thursday they'll be at home against a tough Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils team. This is Emily McCurdy now. She swings to the first pitch, fouls it off for strike 1. And McCurdy lines this one out, goes out to left field for a base hit. Celine Hoffman rounding third, and she is going to score. It's a 2-run ball game and an RBI single for Emily McCurdy. Her first hit of the game, making her 1 for 2 with an RBI. A big hit there for the senior Emily McCurdy. Just barely gets it past Emma Crowther at shortstop. Goes out to left field for an RBI single. Here's Lauren Foster now, 0 for 2, showing bunt. McCurdy showing off her speed, and she is safe at second easily. Made it close. The Bowling Springs catcher, Emma Decker, she made it close. But they were never going to get Emily McCurdy out. Top base runner. Most stolen bases on the West Prairie team, and she's got one there. And there's a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Lauren Foster. The 1-1, and Foster fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here. Emily McCurdy at second. And 1 run coming across the score. Molly Nelson 2 for 2, and Celine Hoffman, the pinch runner, being the only runner to score in this game for the Mustangs. She scored twice. Here's the 1-2, and this ball is popped up. It's got to stay in. Yes, it will for the first baseman, Maya Fields, and that will end the inning. Lauren Foster over 3 now. But the Mustangs get 1 run back. It's now a 2-run ball game, and RBI single for Emily McCurdy makes it 4-2 for Bowling Springs after 4 innings. You are watching West Prairie Softball against Bowling Springs exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be right back for inning number 5 here at West Prairie High School. Inning number 5 here already here at West Prairie High School. Forgot to update our innings frame on our scoreboard here. Got to do that in just a second. There we go. Top of the 5th inning here. And for Bowling Springs, it's 3, 4, and 5 headers. That's Emma Decker. Tough out, and she remains hot. That's going to be our 3rd base hit of the game. And it's a single to lead off the 5th inning. Emma Decker now 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a home run. She had a 2-run home run in the 1st inning. And early trouble here for the Mustangs. Addie Weist. That ends the string of 7 straight retire for Bowling Springs. And here's Maya Fields swinging at the first pitch for strike 1. Yeah, you're probably hearing a lot of cleats right now. That's because junior varsity softball is getting set for their game after this. And that pitch was fouled off. Emma Decker was on her way to second. Have to go back. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Maya Fields. And we're going to have a quick timeout here. The coverage coming up as the activity buses are starting to roll through. And there's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Do apologize. This is the only bad thing about being over here on right field. You got a road right in front of us, and we don't have an issue when overcars come up when the activity buses roll through, and this ball is hit hard and it's got to get foul, so I can tell you in between buses, there's only 3 of them. Here's the last one. That's the only bad thing about being out here in right field. when the artillery buses go through. They are the buses for other teams. If they have practices or whatnot, like they come and pick them up, or after school clubs or something like that. After school detention for some of the kids, probably. I don't know. Yep, all near right home at some point. 1 ball, 2 strikes here, still in the Maya Fields. So yeah, that's our daily timeout. Not for the game, but for us here for West Prairie Broadcasting. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Emma Decker at first base with nobody out after a leadoff single. And this ball is in the dirt, 2-2. And we're thinking for next year that we can have a press box right where the scoreboard is here at West Prairie. That would be awesome. Especially if we wouldn't have to deal with the rain like we have to here today. And here's a high fly ball, and this is going to be out of here. Maya Fields with a shot out to left center, and the Bubblers extend their lead. It's back to a 4-run ball game. So a single and a home run to start the 5th inning, back to a 4-run ball game. That's what Bowling Springs needed right there. Here is Rachel Allen now 0 for 2, 2 ground outs for her. And there she looks at strike 1. And Rachel Allen hits this one well and gets stopped by Chase Warner, and a throw is not going to be in time. It's going to be a single for Rachel Allen. That's 3 hits in a row for the Bubblers in this inning. That home run, by the way, for Maya Fields was with 2 strikes. So up next here is Gabriel Feinstein, and this will roll out to right field for another base hit. 4 base hits in a row for the Bubblers, all with 0 outs. Gabriel Feinstein hits one out to right field and keeps the streak going. 4 straight hits for the Bubblers. Up next here is Mackenzie Ward. Seems like the Bowling Springs Bubblers have figured out Addie Weist. Can Mackenzie Ward keep it going? 1 for 2 for her. She had a base hit in the 1st inning. There she looks at strike 1. The rain continues to fall. Very light showers here, but these drops, some of them feel very heavy. And a bunt, it goes down, and nobody's going to have a play on this. That bunt was played perfectly for Mackenzie Ward, and it's an infield single, making 5 straight hits. The bases are now going to be loaded here with nobody out. Rachel Allen at 3rd, Gabriel Feinstein at 2nd, and Mackenzie Ward now with an infield single. And Joey Naleski, 0 for 2 coming up, the designated player for Bowling Springs. Well, actually, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here, and the pinch hitter's going to make a play here at 3rd, and force out the plate. The pinch hitter there was number 21, Brooke Graham. And it's got to be a fielder's choice. That finally ends the run. With Rachel Allen out after force out the plate. Bases are going to remain loaded, but with 1 out now. And here's a swing, and that will roll foul for Emma Crawford. A loss and 1 strike. And here's a swing from Crawford. That will get down in foul territory. Makes it no balls and 2 strikes. Gabrielle Feinstein at third. Mackenzie Ward at second. And Brooke Graham at first. And double play ball and no play. Taylor Lufer had played well, but could not make the play. It's got to bring in a run, and it's got to be an infield single for Emma Crawford with 2 strikes. And back to the top of the lineup. The bases are going to remain loaded here with 1 out. 3 runs come across the score in this inning. Back to the top of the line for Isabel Allen. She had a double in the first inning. And there she looks at ball 1. 8 batters come up to bat for the Bubblers for the second time in 1 inning. The Bubblers had 8 batters come up in the first inning. Here they do it in the 5th. And there's a swing and a miss from Isabel Allen. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-run ball game. Largest lead of the game for Bowling Springs, looking for their 4th win of the season. There's a swing. This is popped up, and it's got to get foul for strike 2. Isabel Allen, 1 for 2. She had a double in the first, laid out a sacrifice bunt in the second, and she grounded out to Taylor Lufer her last time up. Rain's starting to be a little more steady here, and this got to get fouled away as well. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch, and this is a grounder. Oh, they call it clear. Force out the plate for the out, and that's out number 2. Viewer's choice for Isabel Allen. Prevents another run from scoring, and there are 2 away now. But once again, the bases are going to remain loaded here after the viewer's choice. Now with 2 outs for Delaney Lawyer. 0 for 3 for her. She ended the 4th inning with a fly out to left field. And here she looks at strike 1. The 9th batter of the inning for the Bubblers. The 0-1 fouled off. Strike 2. Big inning for the Bubblers, and they're looking for more. 3 runs scored in this inning, and they have the bases loaded. There's a swing, line drive, pass it down for Taylor Lufer out to center field. 1 run come across the score. 2 runs score. From a third, not going to be nearly in time. It's a 2-run double for Delaney Lawyer as they bat around here in the 5th. And now West Prairie head coach Corey Shupp is going to come out here. They bat around here. 5th inning, 10th batter coming up to bat. And you got 2 more runners in scoring position. Isabel Allen at third. And Delay Lawyer, her first hit of the game, she's now 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And it's a 9-2 ball game. And it's definitely not out of reach yet, because if Bowling Springs can get 3 more runs in this inning and then keep the Mustangs scoreless in the bottom of the 5th, then the Bubblers are going to win this game by a mercy roll in 10 runs after 5 innings. But Bowling Springs needing 3 more runs to get to that point. And also shut the Mustangs down, because West Perry has a tough spot coming out. 3, 4, and 5 hitters do have for the Mustangs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Taylor Lufer, Alexa Frederick, and Addie Weiss will bat in the next half of the inning. But they bat around here, Bowling Springs. Here's Emma Decker. 3 for 3 for her with a home run and 2 singles. She started this inning with a single. And there she looks at ball 1. Big spot here. Emma Decker, 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. She has scored twice in this game. And here she rips one out to left field, and this is going to get foul for strike 1. Up next, here's the 1-1 from Addie Weiss. And this is a bullet, and this will get down, and it's a fair ball. 2 more runs are going to come across the score. Throw the plate down in time. And Emma Decker is now 4 for 4 with 5 RBIs. And it's a 9-run ball game. All this with 2 outs, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. And here's a fly ball hit well, and Lauren Foster just short of the warning track, and that will end the inning. Maya Fields is out. She hit a home run in this inning, and then she ends it, almost getting her second right there. But that will be it, as 7 runs come across the score, and it's a 9-run ball game for the Bowling Springs Bubblers through 4.5. We'll be right back in just a moment for the bottom of the 5th inning here at West Perry. The Bowling Springs Bubblers have just broken this game up. It's a 9-run ball game, 11-2, as you can see on the top of your screen. The Bowling Springs Bubblers, in the top of the 5th inning, 11 batters came up to bat, and 7 of them come across the score. 7 runs on 8 hits. The first 5 batters of that inning got a base hit, including a 2-run home run from Maya Fields, and Maya Fields ended it with a fly out just in front of the warning track for Lauren Foster out in left field. So that will at least keep the game going for 1 more inning, no matter what happens here, as Taylor Luper is up to lead us off in the 5th inning. Lufer 1 for 2. She has base hit in the first inning with 2 outs. She flew out to start the third inning. Flew out to center field her last time up, making her 1 for 2. Here's the next pitch, and this ball is belted high in the air, and it's gonna land on the cage in the batter's box cage. Oh, the junior varsity field umpire looked up and was like, "What was that?" That must have been a heavy raindrop. Nope, it was a softball. That ball was hit well. If that was on time, that would have been gone for sure. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch, way up high for ball 2. My scorebook here, where I keep all the stats, is getting soaked, especially on the Bowling Spring side. And here's a rip, and off the glove of the shortstop, Emma Crawford, and that is going to be a base hit. 2 for 3 is Taylor Lufer. That ball was ripped, ladies and gentlemen, and it all goes for a single. As Alexa Frederick is coming up 1 for 2 for her. She had a base hit her last time up towards left field. Right now, here's our answer to our West Bay Athletic Parliament trivia question of the game. How many straight wins did the West Bay softball Mustangs have on senior night? How many straight wins does West Bay softball have on senior night? The answer is 5. West Bay Mustangs have won 5 games in a row on senior night. The last time that the Mustangs lost on senior night was back in 2015, when the Mustangs lost 8-3 against Lower Dauphin in a non-conference matchup on senior night. And this is going to be a base hit for Alexa Frederick. Back-to-back base hits for the Mustangs. Looking to duplicate what Bowling Springs did in the last half inning. Taylor Lufer stopping at second. And up next here is Addie Weist. 0 for 2 for her. She hit the ball well her last time up, but flew out to center field. And Weist fouls this one off. Makes it 0-1. Got a big stroke of high wind here, and this might have an issue on that ball, and this got to be caught by the second baseman, Rachel Allen, and there's the first out. So next here is Ashlyn Krauser. And Krauser rips that ball and fouls it off. Krauser 0 for 2. She lined out to the shortstop her first time up in the second, and then ended the third inning with a ground out to the shortstop. Here she's got 0-1. 1 out. Runners off first and second. Here's the next pitch, and that's in the dirt, and it gets away from the catcher as both runners will advance on a wild pitch. Taylor Lufer over to second. Taylor Lufer to third. Alexa Frederick to second. And 1 ball, 1 strike pitch, and that's swung on and missed for strike 2. The Mustangs are not going to go down quietly. They're down by 9, but they can still very well get back into this game. The 1-2, and swing, and a bullet out towards left field, and it's off the fence. Ashlyn Krauser, their best hit of the season so far, and it's good for 2 runs. It's a 2-run double for Ashlyn Krauser. Makes it 11-4. I think the wind might have had a little carry to that, but not enough for a home run as Ashton Krauser now 1 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. So up next here is Molly Nelson. And she swings out first pitch and gets past the third baseman. That's going to be a base hit. Corey Shaw rounding Ashton Krauser around. And it's an RBI single for Molly Nelson. Makes it 11-5. Molly Nelson now 3 for 3. Now with an RBI. And it's a big inning here for the Mustangs. 3 runs scored. Still only 1 out. 11-5 ball game. Here comes the senior, Carly Cleland. Cleland 0 for 2. Reached on error in the second. Popped out to shortstop. Her last time up. And there goes Celine Hoffman. Going for second. And she's going to get there with a stolen base. Celine Hoffman, her first stolen base of the game. Celine Hoffman, the pinch runner for Molly Nelson, the West Prairie catcher. And Carly Cleland. That was strike 1 apparently. So strike 1 to Carly Cleland. And there's a high fastball for ball 1. Here comes the 1-1, and that's upstairs for ball 2. And here's a foul ball. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. This past weekend, we had a lot of positive comeback for our broadcast during the Track and Field Mustang Invitational. Very small field this year for track and field. Our only track and field event that we broadcast every single year. It's our 3rd year doing that. And with the new equipment that we have a spectacular broadcast. Not just visually, but also audio-wise as well from yours truly. And this is popped up. Almost how of play was the third baseman Maya Gilliam. But goes out of play. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. West Prairie Track and Field having a fantastic season. West Prairie boys Track and Field undefeated at 10-0, and West Prairie girls Track and Field 9-1. Their only loss was against Shippensburg at home. But other than that, West Prairie Track and Field dominated the Mustang Invitational this past Saturday here at home. And here's a pop-up, and that will get fouled as well, as we got a big gust of wind just rolling through here right now. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And next week for our final broadcast of Spring Sports Days, we have a huge announcement. But I want to share with everybody for the future of the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. It's not bad news, I can assure you that. And this ball was almost caught by the shortstop Emma Crawford, but it's dropped, and it's going to be a base hit for Carly Cleland, her first hit of the game. And Celine Hoffman obviously going over to third on the play. So Jada Swarner. And so it's a bunt, and this ball's going to go way out to center field, and no one going to come across the score. It's going to be an E2. And makes it a 5-run ball game now. So Celine Hoffman scores. Carly Cleland goes all the way to third because of the error. And this is Jada Swarner, by the way. I don't know if that was a first pitch ball or first pitch strike, but a run does come across the score. It makes it 11-6. 4 runs have come across the score in the 5th inning for the Westbury Mustangs. Bowling Springs had 7 runs scored in the top half of the 5th, so this is a big inning. 11 runs combined have come across the score in the 5th inning. And the wind just continuing to make an impact here. Definitely the windiest day we have seen here this spring sports season. So Chase Warren, that was the first pitch strike, by the way. And the bunt goes down. And first got to be in time. The sacrifice bunt and another one coming across the score. Great awareness there for Carly Cleveland to score from third on the sacrifice bunt. So it's a sacrifice bunt for an RBI. And that is the second out of the inning. Makes it 11-7. And back to the top of the lineup for the Mustangs. Here's Emily McCurdy. 1 for 2. She had an RBI single her last time up in the 4th inning. There she looks at strike 1. Really? That was strike 1? Wow. I don't know about that one. And McCurdy showing bunt. Pulls it back for ball 1. (7-11) here in the 5th inning. High scoring bunt game, and the Mustangs are right back in it. Remember, they were down by 9 heading to the bottom of the 5th. And there's a pitch down low for ball 2. Here's the next pitch, and swing line drive out to center field for a base hit. Good effort there for second baseman Rachel Allen, and back-to-back base hits for Emily McCurdy, and Lauren Foster has got to have a chance to bat here. Lindsay McCurdy now 2 for 3 with an RBI. Here comes Lauren Foster, 0 for 3 for her. She is the only one of 2 Mustangs to not reach base. Lauren Foster and Addie Weist, the only players to not reach base here in this game. There goes McCurdy, and not a chance as McCurdy gets her second stolen base. And a base hit could make this a 3-run ball game. The 9th batter of the inning for the Mustangs. And here's a swing and fouls it back. No balls and 2 strikes here to Lauren Foster. 5 runs come across in this inning. And the Mustangs strike again. Dangerous take right there for Lauren Foster, and pace off. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Bubbles had 11 batters come up in the top half of the 5th. Here Westbury has 9. We're going to keep it going, and there's ball 2. Very exciting ball game here on a cold and chilly Dos de Mayo, May 2nd. And this ball is hammered. Lauren Foster up in the air. Somebody's got to grab it, and it does get caught by Gabrielle Fanstein at the warning track. And that will end the inning. 5 runs coming across the score for the West Prairie Mustangs. After being down by 9, they are now down by 4 after 5 innings. You are watching West Prairie Softball against the Boiling Springs Bubblers exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Party YouTube channel. We'll be right back for inning number 6. back here for inning number 6 at West Prairie High School. The Boiling Springs Bubblers and the West Prairie Mustangs combined for 12 runs in the 5th inning. And it's a very long inning. I think in the last at bat for Lauren Foster, she hit the ball well, and I think the wind had some carry on that ball to get out towards the warning track despite being caught by the center fielder, Gabrielle Fanstein. But the wind carried a little bit longer, that would have been gone. And we could have still been in the 5th inning, but now here we are, inning number 6, Rachel Allen looking at ball 1. Rachel Allen had a base hit her last time up. And here she pops it up. In foul territory, Alexa Furlick almost had a play and runs right into the fence trying to make the grab. Goes off her glove. And looks like Alexa Furlick is going to be okay as she gets right back up. Boy, that was a little bit scary right there. Would have been an incredible play for Alexa Furlick if she had that ball. That would have been a play of the game right there. Probably one of the best plays of the year. So 1 ball, 1 strike here. And popped up again. And it'll go out of play for strike 2. Both these teams will be back out on their respective home fields tomorrow. West Prairie will be at home against Waynesboro, which will now be senior night for West Prairie. And there's a swing and a miss. First strikeout for Addie Weiss in this game, and it starts the top of the 6th inning. That's only the second time that Boiling Springs Bubbler has been struck out. And here's Gabrielle Fanstein popping this one up, and Carly Cleland on the play and in and out of her glove. Oh my goodness. Carly Cleland, the senior third baseman, had a play, had it in her glove, and it rolls out. Tough one there. That's why you gotta use 2 hands. I know that she was very close to the fence right there. She was pretty much right there. I could not make the grab, and a slow breaking ball from Addie Weiss makes it strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Man, West Prairie always had back-to-back great plays. One from Alexa Farag and the other one from Carly Cleland, but instead we're going to have back-to-back strikeouts here. So 2 identical at-bats. With a foul ball that could have been caught for a nice play, but instead we get back-to-back strikeouts. And here's Mackenzie Ward. Mackenzie Ward smokes this one out towards right field, but right to Shay Dyer. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Bubblers. Line drive to Shay Dyer in right field, and we are going to the bottom of inning number 6. We have a 4-run ball game for the Bubblers. We'll be right back for bottom half of inning number 6. We are back here, big bottom half of inning number 6 coming up for the Mustangs. And for the second consecutive inning, the Mustangs will have 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. As Taylor Looper started the 5th inning with a leadoff single and came around to score. And the Mustangs do what they just did in the fifth. And here's Luther. This ball is hit well, and it's got to be taken and caught by Gabriel Fanstein on center. And on one pitch, there's one out. The Mustangs have definitely been hitting the ball well. Only one strikeout so far in this game, and that was from Jada Swarner in the fourth inning. Other than that, both these teams have done very well hitting the ball. So here's Alexa Frederick, 2 for 3. She had 2 base hits in her last 2 plate appearances, and she fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Alexa Frederick, that's her third straight at bat with swinging at the first pitch. And there's ball 1. The Mustangs definitely not out of it yet, but they're running out of time. They have 5 outs to work with to get 4 runs and potentially tie this game. And there's a swing and a miss from Frederick. Got a pitch in the dirt. Makes it 1 and 2 strikes. If you're Westbury, you can try to do 5 runs like you just did in the last inning, but you gotta get at least 2 or 3 runs. Don't necessarily have to tie this game up, but you have to at least score in this inning. Heading into the final inning at least. Here's 2 balls and 2 strike pitch coming up here. Delaney Lawler still pitching for the Bubblers, and that's ball 3. Full count here to Alexa Frederick, the senior first baseman. Despite the wind and the cold temperature here at West Prairie, the rain has held up for the most part. And there is ball 4. Good take there for Alexa Frederick as she walks with 1 out here in the 6th. Yeah, this is definitely the windiest day we have seen in the spring sports season. And it's May 2nd. Come on. It's May 2nd. How is it so cold? We had perfect weather for the most part in April, but now it's just bitter cold, and we're going to have a pinch runner coming up here for Alexa Frederick. Can't tell from here who the pinch runner here is. Oh, I just saw 4, so now I know it's Greer Bowles. Greer Bowles now pinch running for Alexa Frederick. And here comes Addie Weist, 0 for 3. Put the ball in play 3 times, but each have been an out. Addie Weist needs a base hit here. Needs to get any way on here. A base hit, a home run, a hit by pitch, a walk, any way on. And there it goes. And the costly mistake for Greer Bowles out by a mile. And there, Greer Bowles caught stealing second. And there are 2 outs now. Yeah, Greer Bowles, pinch runner, but not the fastest runner on the team. And it was a good throw there for Emma Decker. Greer Bowles was out by a mile, ladies and gentlemen. It was nowhere close, but now we got an injured player for Bowling Springs. That was the player covering second base, Emma Crowther, the shortstop, being looked at by the bases umpire, Mark Kimmel. And the Bowling Springs coach, Eric Dershin. And looks like Crawford will stay in the game. That was strike 1 to Addie Weist. Bases are empty now with 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 and a swing line drive, and that's going to land foul. No balls and 2 strikes here to the new West Prairie pitcher, Addie Weist. I mean, this is crazy right here. We just had a very long fifth inning, and now 5 up, 5 downs here in the sixth. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and there's a good waste pitch there for Lawyer as ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the freshman pitcher, Addie Weist. And there's a chopper. Foul ball. Dead at the plate, in fact. Addie Weist put the Bubblers down in order. 1, 2, 3 with 2 strikeouts in the top half of inning number 6. Here she looks to keep this inning going. And a slow roller over to the second baseman, Rachel Allen, for the first in time, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go to the Mustangs. And we're going to the 7th inning with the Bubblers up 11-7. You are watching West Prairie Softball against the Boiling Springs Bubblers exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. We'll be right back for inning number 7 here at West Prairie High School. Seventh inning in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. The West Prairie Mustangs down by 4 and looking for another 1, 2, 3 inning here in the 7th. And it's 8-9-1 hitters due up for the Bubblers as Brooke Graham comes up to hit for the second time after being a pinch hitter in the 5th. And looking at ball 1 is Brooke Graham, and Brooke Graham hits this one to Taylor Looper, and there's a quick out. 6-3 put out to Taylor Looper for the first out. So now number 9 hitter, Emma Crawford, looking at ball 1 in the dirt. Addie Weist looking to keep the score exactly where it is. It really is amazing, ladies and gentlemen, that we are here at this point because Boiling Springs had a 9-run lead after 4.5 innings. Then the Mustangs come roaring back in the bottom of the 5th with 5 runs. And it's only a 4-run ball game. Highest scoring game here at West Prairie High School. 2 balls and no strikes to Crowther. Crowther had an RBI single in that 5th inning. And there she swings that pitch in the 3rd for strike 1. Again, we want to thank everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here's a ground ball from Crowther, and it'll go foul for strike 2. Mid-Penn Colonial Division at its finest. West Prairie Mustangs only 5 spots outside of a playoff spot with 2 more weeks left to go in the regular season. And here's a pop-up, and it's going to land in fair territory. Jay Swallow, Alexa Frank, Iris all around and nobody can make the play, and it's a base hit for Emma Crowther, her third hit of the game, making her 3 for 4. And now back to the top of the lineup, Isabel Allen. Off double in the first inning. And there she looks as ball 1. Allen 1 for 3. Laid out a sacrifice bunt in the second. Grounded out to the shortstop in the fourth. And reached on the fielder's choice in the fifth inning and carried around to score. And there's the ball in the dirt. Molly Nelson thought about throwing over to first. But Crowther able to get back in safely. Here comes the 2-0, and that's in the dirt. Crowther now on the way to second, and Crowther is going to go over to second on what's going to be ruled a wild pitch. 3-0 here to Isabel Allen. And there's ball 4. Or no, call strike 1. My mistake there. It really is funny how sometimes these umpires have an interesting way of calling strikes, and they just show the signal a little bit later than it's actually called. But there is obviously ball 4. And now runners are first and second with only 1 out. The Bubblers are looking for some insurance runs. Mustangs in the bottom of the seventh will have Ashton Crowther, Molly Nelson, and Carly Cleland. All 3 of them have done well for the Mustangs in this game. Here's the lady Lawyer now, looking at strike 1. Lawyer doing fantastic pitching for the Bubblers. She had a 2-run double in the 5th inning. She's 1 for 4. And here she grounds it foul. No loss and 2 strikes to the Bowling Springs pitcher. Looking to help her cause here. Isabel Allen at first and Emma Crowther at second with only 1 out. Here comes the 1-2. And Chopper could be 2 here, getting the leadoff runner at third. Great awareness there for Taylor Lupfer to go over to Carly Cleveland. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. And there will be 2 away here. So fielder's choice for Lawyer. And here comes Emma Decker. What a game for her, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the thing. She can hit for the cycle right now if she gets a triple. Yeah, there's a swing and a miss. Emma Decker, 4 for 4. A home run in the first, a single in the second, a single in the 5th, and a 2-run double later in the same inning in the 5th. And if she gets a triple here, she'll hit for the cycle. It's a rare thing for softball. Same thing goes for baseball, too. And there is ball 1. And, I guess both runners just advanced. And here's a ground ball. Carly Cleveland, take her time, and it's going to be safe. Carly Cleveland took her time on a throw to first when there was 2 outs. And that's going to be an infield single for Emma Decker. She is now 5 for 5. And a run comes across the score. Big insurance run for the Bubblers. And now Corey Schultz is going to come out after that. Yeah, I didn't realize that Isabel Allen and Delaney Lawyer had a stolen base going to second and third. And now an RBI. Another one for Emma Decker. Yeah, just a big mistake because Carly Cram thought about going to a plate when she didn't necessarily have to. All she had to do was go over to first to get the final out, but now a big insurance run comes across the score, and Maya Fields is up next. She hit a 2-run home run to start the scoring in the 5th inning. Here she lines it to Taylor Lufer. Ball is caught, and that will end the inning. One more run for the Bubblers. Last chance cut up for the Mustangs, now down by 5. With 3 outs remaining in this game. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Borden Springs Bubblers getting a big insurance run in the top half of the 7th as Ashlyn Krauser to lead us off here. Down by 5. 12-7 fouls off the first pitch. Krauser 1 for 3. She had a 2-run double in the 5th inning. And Delaney Lawyer looking for a complete game, and she pops this one up. Ashlyn Krauser down on a pop out to the shortstop Emma Crawford for the first out. We encourage anyone to stick around for the West Prairie Athletic Park post-game report. We'll have all the final stats for you after this game has concluded. Here's Molly Nelson. She has been fantastic at the plate. 3 for 3 with an RBI and a double. 2 singles, 1 double, and 1 RBI for Molly Nelson. There she looks at ball 1. We have a pretty good idea who is going to be our West Prairie Athletic Park player of the game if this score holds up. And Molly Nelson swings at that one and misses for strike 1. Five straight Mustangs have been retired to this point. Delaney Lawyer looking for her 4th win of the year. And there's call strike 2. Both teams will return home tomorrow. Bowling Springs will host Shippensburg, and West Prairie will host Waynesboro for senior night. And here's a bullet from Molly Nelson high in the air. If it stays fair, it's gone, and it is foul. Oh my goodness, that had to been close. That was extremely close. If it stayed fair, it would have been a home run, but it's a long foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Man, that would have been a conference booster that West Prairie couldn't really needed. But it's a long foul ball. Second chance here. And this ball is hit hard, and this is going to land foul. Molly Nelson's like, you got to be kidding me. I've been hitting the ball hard all day, but always early. She has 3 hits, and that The pitch before that one was so close to being home run. The 1-2 here again for Warrior, and it's up high for ball 2. The 2-2. Swing bullet. And that is going to get down in fair ball this time for Molly Nelson. It's not going to be a home run, but it's going to be a double here for Molly Nelson. Her 4th hit of the game, making her 4 for 4 with 2 singles and 2 doubles. So Celine Hoffman will once again be a pinch runner. And here comes Carly Cleveland. She had a base hit her last time up. She's 1 for 3. Still needing work to be done for the West Prairie Mustangs, down by 5. But runner on second definitely helps, but that doesn't. Carly Cleveland swings at that pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. Carly Cleveland had a chance to get out of the inning. In the 7th inning, she had a ground ball right to her, thought about going to the plate, but held on to the ball for too long, which scored a run. And there is ball 1. The bottom lineup for West Prairie has done well. 7, 8, 9 hitters. Carly Cleveland with a base hit. Molly Nelson now with 4. And James Warner has an RBI. Here's a high fly ball out towards right field. The wind had some carry to that one. And Celine Holman going away to third. And Celine Holman's going to go to third. And there are 2 outs now. The Mustangs are down to their final out. And it's all down to Jada Warner. Don't need to do anything fancy here. You get a base hit here. You make it a 4-run ball game for the top of the lineup. And here's a swing from Swarner and fouls it off. Swarner 0 for 1. She had a sacrifice bunt for an RBI her last time up. And she walked back in the second. She's the only Mustang who struck out in this game. She struck out in the 4th inning. There's a swing, ground ball, over third. This could do it. A great scoop at first. Winston for the Boiling Springs Bubblers. A dominant performance, high scoring game, and it ends with a 12-7 victory on the road for the Boiling Springs Bubblers. Great play by the third baseman, by the shortstop, Emma Crawford, to end the game. And we'll be right back in less than 2 minutes for the post-game report here at West Prairie High School. The Boiling Springs Bubblers spoil 1 on the road for the West Prairie Mustangs. They win at 12-7. We'll be right back in 2 minutes for final stats here at West Prairie High School. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in less than 2 minutes. We are back here now for the West Bay Athletic Park postgame report. As you can see on the top of your screen, we're going to make this final here on our scoreboard in just a second. There we are. So West Bay Mustangs, they came back with a 4-run game in the 5th inning after being down by 9. But the Bowling Springs Bubblers getting one more insurance run to win by 5, 12-7 the final. And here are the final stats for today's game. Final line score for West Bay Mustangs: 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors, leaving 8 runners left on base. For the Bowling Springs Bubblers, 12 runs on 15 hits, 2 errors, leaving 7 runners left on base. The winning pitcher for Bowling Springs is the Lady Lawyer. 7 complete innings, facing 36 batters, had 1 strikeout, gave up 2 walks, 12 hits, and 5 earned runs. The losing pitcher for the West Bay Mustangs is Lauren Foster, pitching for 3 innings, facing 17 batters, had 1 strikeout, gave up 1 walk, 5 hits, and 4 earned runs in the loss for the Mustangs. Our West Bay Athletic Park player of the game goes to Emma Decker. What a great game for her. 5 for 5 with 6 RBIs and a home run. She was a triple shy of the cycle, but a great game for Emma Decker at the plate. Had a 2-run home run in the 1st, an RBI single in the 2nd, a leadoff single in the 5th, and there had a 2-run double in the 5th inning, later in the same inning, and then RBI single in the 7th for a big insurance run. Emma Decker, the Bowling Springs catcher, our West Bay Athletic Park player of the game. The West Bay Mustangs now dropped to 5-10 overall. They are now 3-8 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Bowling Springs improves to 4-11 overall. They are now 2-9 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Next time out for both teams, the Bowling Springs Bubblers will return home tomorrow for a Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup against the Shippensburg Greyhounds at 4:30. And the West Bay Mustangs will be at home here tomorrow for what is now senior night for West Bay softball tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. And that will be against Waynesboro. And that will be our next broadcast here on the West Bay Athletic Park YouTube channel. Hopefully for better weather here tomorrow. It's a little chilly here at West Bay High School. Thank you for joining us. That's good. Do it for us here at West Bay High School. On behalf of our athletic director, Ryan Anderson, our high school principal, Corey Hoffman, and all of us here at West Bay High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Bay Athletics, saying so long from West Bay High School. Thank you for joining us. This has been a presentation of West Bay softball against the Bowling Springs Bubblers, exclusively on the West Bay Athletic Department YouTube channel. Your final score on this one, Bowling Springs wins it 12-7. We'll see you tomorrow for West Bay softball senior day against the Waynesboro Maidens. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody.